Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a brave noob world! Today it's going to be a match on Oxide between Killa and Wolfenbacher. It's going to be a ZVT that was sent to Snipermonkey at the email address in the description. If you want me to cast your Brave Noob World replay, make sure it is silver or bronze. And send it to Snipermonkey with the subject of Brave Noob World. If you send it to me, I can't guarantee I will forward it to Snipermonkey. Might get lost on my email. So make sure you're sending it to Snipermonkey. And once again, Snipermonkey, thank you very much for screening these replays for me. I feel like I could not do it without you. And I'm glad you enjoy doing this. So, this is a 15 hatch. Okay, fair enough. Not a 16 hatch. We got a barracks coming up. A 2 racks opening here from Wolfenbacher. Is it going to be Reaper? Are we... These are the questions. This is why I like Brave Noob World. What are we doing? What is even the plan here right now? Okay, this looks like a drone. Oh, yeah. 15 hatch, 16 pool. And, whoa, 16 gas. 15, 16, 16. Not a build. If you want to go a hatch first play against a Terran, 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool is the standard and really safe right now. Unless you're getting proxied, in which case you might be in a lot of trouble. But against a standard Terran opening, you're fine. SCV comes in for the scout. Love this from Wolfenbacher. Honestly, I know you don't see the professional Zerg players scout Killa, but send a drone down at about 16 supply. Just see what's going on. Like, you'll notice there's a total lack of an expansion. You'll notice there's a wall up. You might be able to get inside and see all of the barracks that are in production. Look at it, putting them in the different corners, hoping they don't get scouted, I guess. Okay, pro tip for Wolfenbacher. If you're gonna do this with no gas, obviously you're just making Marines. So just proxy the racks, man. Put them here. Put them here. Put them, maybe you can sneak them down here, maybe. But, like, you're not doing your Marines any favors by building them inside your main base and having them to walk all the way across the map. Build them on location. Ruin your Zerg opponent's day. 4 racks is really aggressive, but you know, you can pull it off. I believe in you. Macro hatch from Killa here inside his main base at 230. So, these days, this is called a third base for Zerg players, Killa, just a pro tip. You want to throw it down probably in this location, maybe over here too at about 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So it's 16, 18, 17, right? And when the spawning pool finishes, you want to make about 4 Zerglings, so 2 sets of lings, 2 queens, and get your speed started. So having 1 queen, not ideal. We'd love you to have a 2nd queen. But the drone count is looking pretty healthy. And then, once you have all that stuff going, your third base goes down. And it comes out quite nicely at about 230 or 240. Slowlings come in and see a bajillion... Oh, I mean, the good news is it was scouted. Spines. Like, honestly, it's time for at least 2 spine crawlers, maybe 3. I like the Baneling Nest. You started that before you knew a bunch of Marines were coming. That's fine. Baneling Nests are pretty good at being good against whatever the heck the Terran player is up to. But Zergling count looking pretty healthy as well. We got, just kidding, it's not that many. It is 6 with 6 Banelings in production. Speed's done. So that's nice, but your natural base is in a world of hurt. I like that he's getting up in the mineral line. He kills the queen. Oh, that queen just got made, didn't she? Yeah, she did. The problem here is that slow banelings are bad, but not against Brave Noob World players. Okay. Big time hits. And Killa cleans it up. All right. And he patrols his lings for some reason. I don't know what it is. All right. So that is 18 Marines down in exchange for 7 drones, 13 lings, 2 banelings, and a queen. That is actually not bad. Not a bad opener for Wolfenbacher. He's expanding behind it? Oh, I was gonna tell you to do that, Wolfenbacher, but you got this figured out, man. Way to go. So send out the attack and take a natural behind it. Right? You might win with it, you might not, but either way, you'll be glad you have an expansion, regardless. Bunker up 2. Worried about a Zergling counterattack. I'm not gonna say no to a bunker in this situation for sure. Getting a factory up would be super nice, but also you don't have any gas yet at all. So Double gas. There you go. Double refinery coming in. Try to saturate these refineries as soon as they finish. If they're undersaturated, it's a bit of a waste of resources there. So there you go. Saturating the top refinery. The second one not getting as much love, unfortunately. We'll come back and check on you later, Mr. Friend. Zerglings cruising out. Cool, cool. Might have overmade Zerglings a little bit here, Killa. I know you're worried about further attacks. But the thing for Zerg is what they need to do as these guys are coming into a meat grinder. Nice job pulling back, though. Beautiful. Did not A-move everything into death right here because that would be death. But the trick here is recognizing what your opponent is trying to do to kill you, how much stuff they have when they're moving out, and then making your army. If you just make 20 Zerglings instead of replacing the drones that you lost, you're going to be down in economy. It is 29 to 24 workers, so Killa is up for sure. Wolfenbacher looks like he knows what mules are. That's beautiful. That's really good. And our first factory of the day is on the way at about 6 minutes, which is late by normal Terran standards. But you know what? If you go a 4 racks opening with no gas, it checks out. You're going to get your factory late. Extra queens would be good. Like an extra queen for your macro hatch would be beautimous. This queen's kind of trying to pull double duty, but she doesn't have enough energy to do both. She's an overworked mother at this point. Stim coming in. Got to get the stim, the combat shield. Go for those upgrades for sure. And I like the starport. So getting, you know, all the important tech buildings out of the way after that initial attack failed to completely murder the Zerg player. The problem here for Killa is that the Terran is super happily on 2 bases. I like the Zergling poke and see what's going on. Any siege tanks? No, just nothing but Marines. Interesting. Okay. So you need a 3rd base. If your opponent's on 2, you need 3. If your opponent's on 3, you need 4. You need to be up at least 1 base on the Terran, and sometimes into the later game, being up on 2 bases is almost a requirement. Like if your opponent's on 5, you kind of need to be on 7 the way it scales. And if you're not, you're going to struggle. So, starport onto the reactor, building some medevacs. Loving that. Yeah, and look, medevacs are the great force multiplier for Marines and Marauders. If you're building Marines and Marauders, or just Marines, I guess, medevacs are going to help your dudes survive so much more. Although, if your opponent's making banelings, they kind of just one-shot you, and the healing from the medevac doesn't help all that much in those situations. Also, if there's, you know... Oh, we're slow bane... Okay, all right. Wow, slow banelings. Look at him running away, though. Wolfenbacher kind of kiting here. Look at that. Hey, that was actually some pretty serious micro there from Wolfenbacher. Pro micro. 2 more SCVs go down. The bunker's dead. Okay, 2 SCVs die. That was amazing. Wolfenbacher, like 10 points for you on that one, man. That was beautiful. If you just stood there, everybody dies, and I think he loses the game straight up at that position, but he did not. Additionally, Killa, you have a lair, which I'm a huge fan of, but the Baneling Nest has an upgrade called Centrifugal Hooks. It's the only upgrade on the Baneling Nest. If you click on it, it's 150, 150. It makes your Banelings faster. And in an RTS, anything that increases the speed of your unit is a good upgrade to get, right? If you're making the unit at all, getting the speed upgrade is a no-brainer. Love you're getting a 3rd base. 8 minutes. It's a little bit slow, but hey, this is a brave Noob World replay. I like you're getting an Infestation Pit and a Hydralisk Den. That's fantastic stuff. Wolfenbacher is just continuing, actually making some Liberators here. For defense, are they? Or I don't know. Filling up our bunkers, a drop right now, I think would be pretty successful. There are a lot of Lings kind of chilling in the natural base, though. I don't know. 39 and 34 workers. Killa's managed to stay fairly ahead of his opponent on economy throughout this game, which is good. 3rd base from Wolfenbacher coming up over here at the 9 o'clock position. It's a bit of a ninja expand. If I was a Zerg player, I'd check this, and I would check this, and I would assume there's not a 3rd base. So, if you want to be better than Falcon, what you want to do is send 1 Zergling around to like every base on the map you don't have vision on. Scout it, see if there's anything there. If you find this, you can kill it. It's a really nice benefit. Also, if you research Burrow at your lair, or it's available at the hatchery too, researching Burrow and just burrowing a Ling at every base is a pretty good thing to do with these lower levels. Like, even the pros will do that, right? Even they will toss down a Zergling and burrow it everywhere, just so they know when a base is coming up. If the Zergling dies, then sure, somebody scanned it or somebody brought detection over and they're trying to expand there. Liberator shows up. We'll see if Wolfenbacher knows how to handle Liberators. Also, this Liberator is not in range to kill anything, so it's not particularly well placed. But hey, again, this is Brave Noob World. Nidus Network in production from Killa. Interesting. I like it a lot. Fusion Core on the way from Wolfenbacher. Ooh, do we get the battle cruisers? We might get the battle cruisers. All right, Wolfenbacher, if you're going to set up a Liberator, make sure it's killing something. Liberators do not attack buildings, so that's bad. You would have murdered this extractor by now. Ooh, Centrifugal Hooks is done. Did he get the upgrade while the slow baneling... Like, was he working on the upgrade while the slow banelings were attacking, and then he got it once they were dead? Because, like, I checked the production tab, and it wasn't there. So that must have been what happened. That's hilarious. Never mind, Killa, you know what you're doing. You got the Speed Banes. Speed Banelings are overpowered at this level, honestly. You know what's also overpowered at this level? Liberators, kind of. You just kind of set it and forget it. And the Zerg player has to respond to it, but he's too busy trying to throw up a Nidus Storm. That's not going to happen. Nicely done there. Beautifully done there. Are these Dropper Lords? What? No, they're not. They're regular Overlords. Okay. These Liberators are having a wonderful time. 10 kills and a 1 kill. Just get in there and murder it, Hydras. Like, you're going to lose a couple, but get in there and just kill it. There you go. All right. I think a couple Lings and maybe a couple Banelings died there, but nothing much else. Nice Hydraling Bane strategy here from Killa. I am loving this. This is really good. A Hydraling Bane is just a composition that's good both against Terran and against Protoss, as long as there aren't too many Colossus for the Protoss and too many tanks for the Terran, but otherwise, pretty fantastic. Did end up scouting this just by sending the Overlords that way, so we're going to try to kill it with a bunch of Hydras, Lings, and Banes. Which, hey, I fully support that. There is one SCV here to repair, which means the repair is not going to be good. Overseer flies in just to make sure there's not, like, I don't know, a Cloaked Banshee or something, but yeah, this is just a dead planetary. The Marines are... Oh, the Marines come up to avenge. Where are your Banelings? Oh, it's a trap. It was a trap the whole time! Oh my gosh, is he splitting? Dude, Wolfenbacher split right there. Are you kidding me? Are we sure this is Brave Noob World? Goodbye, Medivacs, as I answer my own question, kind of. That was insane. He split. Okay, that group did not split. These guys are running away, which almost counts as splitting. Now the question is, do you have enough to kill the planetary? And the answer is not really. So Wolfenbacher adequately assesses the situation, recognizes that no, he can't kill this planetary now, and pulls back. Interesting stuff. He never put the guys back on the gas here at his natural base. He hasn't had their extractors are coming up at the 3rd, which is nice. So we're scrapping here. Killa's getting adrenal glands at 13 minutes, which I fully support. Adrenal glands is a good upgrade. You will always see pros get adrenal glands. Zergs, no matter what the matchup is. I was going to say no matter what they're doing, but I guess if they're going like a Roach Ravager style thing. Even then, Lings are kind of your mineral dump, so getting adrenal glands is not a bad idea. Wolfenbacher recognized that he was floating some cash, so he just built 6 barracks all at once, which again, 2 thumbs up to you, Killa. If you're floating a bunch of cash, build more unit-producing structures. Zergs, build more hatcheries. Protoss, build more gateways. Terran, build more barracks. It's fun, it's educational, it's good. I'm not sure why I said it's educational, or because I have 3 brain cells, but hey, that's what it is. Say sa. 103 to 92 supply. Wolfenbacher's now at 53 to 43 workers. Knocking down rocks, because what else do you do with your Hydralisks if you're not attacking or defending, I guess? Wolfenbacher really is adverse to the idea of taking 3rd bases in the traditional location here on this map. His 4th base is also a bit of a ninja, which is going to be hard for Killa to find. He only found the 3rd base accidentally, and only didn't find it in time to actually shut it down, because it's a planetary. So, in general, if you're going to start climbing up the ladder, Wolfenbacher, that 3rd base needs to be an orbital command instead of a planetary, just because you need the extra resources that additional mules give you. Also, recognize you have 28 SCVs on this base, and you only need 8. That's what that number is. There's an options setting, show worker status under options and gameplay. Make sure that's turned on always. because it helps notify you that this is happening. And then you can transfer your SCVs over here to where we're actually undersaturated. And maybe a bunch of SCVs over here to where there's no saturation at all. Ah? It's good. Not sure why we made a fusion core. We're not making battle cruisers. We're not getting the Liberator upgrade, I don't think. Nope. Did not get advanced ballistics. So I don't know. I am a bit confuddled by this. What? Those rocks didn't make a sound when they exploded. I want my money back. Huh. Another planetary from Wolfenbacher. He's added Widow Mines. Oh. I love Widow Mines. Dude, both players are either not really Brave Noob World material, or they are just about to graduate from Brave Noob World into Gold. Because I really feel like they're doing a pretty good job here. Wolfenbacher is spending his money like a total boss. Kill is not doing super poorly either. Under 2,000 minerals is honestly fine at this level of StarCraft. The creep spread's actually decent from Killa too. All the bases are connected by creep. Like, these guys have been watching professional StarCraft. That's what I've taken from this cast. Is they're doing things the pros are doing. Are they doing them as quickly or efficiently? No. Does that matter? Not really. Just doing them, understanding why you're doing them, and being able to do them. And then you work on doing them faster with crisper timings and not missing injects, right, if you're Zerg, and not missing rounds of Marines or rounds of SCVs if you're a Terran player, and maybe actually transferring your SCVs to the new base instead of having them uselessly kind of sit here waiting to mine on these 4 mineral patches that are almost gone at the natural base. Kill is aggressive, which it's hard to be aggressive against a good Terran player. Look at him checking. He's like, oh no, third base here. Weird. But it's over here. You almost went all the way. Okay. No. Good. Man, seeing Kill is even smart enough not to go up a ramp and lose everything. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with both these players. So if you sent this in, kudos to you. It's not usual that I can't tell who sent a replay in by about the 17-minute mark, because usually one player is winning or looking really good and they, they want to show off. They want Falcon to cast their replay. But in this case, honestly, I don't know who it is. Wolfenbacher's doing really well, kind of turtle turning. Got the Widow Mines, got additional bases up. He's hiding stuff from the Zerg player. The Zerg macro is not terrible. They're both kind of keeping pace in macro, which is hilarious. 172 and 174 supply. Resources lost. Killer's lost about 7,800 to Wolfenbacher 6,700, which isn't a huge deal. You even got a Nidus network, which additional Nidus worms I would not say no to, but I understand your first worm died and you're a little bit gun shy now. But honestly, tossing down a Nidus like right here, not inside the Terran base, will put Fear of Zerg into Wolfenbacher's heart. And if you want to throw somebody off, right? If you want to make them feel off balance, tossing up a Nidus worm where they don't know where it is and making them frantically check their bases for it is not a bad way to do it. Terran has that with nukes. You have it with Nidus worms. Protoss has it with, like, I don't know, War Prison Zealot stuff. We're just face smashing our way up this this ramp here. So nicely done, eating the Widow Mine shots. The planetary goes down. SCVs, instead of fighting, should have been repairing the planetary. Wait, no, you got... Oh, he was worried. Look at this. He had the... Oh, we're move commanding. No! Killa, the move command might have just doomed you. Oh, he move commanded right past Wolfenbacher's army. This might just be a Wolfenbacher A moves across the map and win style scenario. Killa's making 60 panic Zerglings, because that's what Zerg players do when they're panicked, is make all the Zerglings they possibly can with the available larva that they have, and then try to win. It is 2-1 Zerglings with adrenal glands, but the problem is it's 2 armor, 2 attack Marines and Marauders. This hatchery is toast. This might just be it. Oh, man. These were so close. This game was so close. Hold on. 42 Banelings. This is a lot of Marauders. Marauders can eat a bunch of Baneling shots. Not all of the Baneling shots, but a bunch of Baneling shots, to the point that the Banelings are not cost efficient when they hit Marauders. So he's trying to... Look, he's like, I got a creep tumor down here. I'm going to stage an ambush. You want to walk over creep, go right ahead, and here it is. That's a lot. Look at him moving away, though. Oh, so good. Sometimes, even if you're moving away and stutter stepping as best you can, if you're on creep, there's just too many banelings, and everyone dies. That was it. Everybody died, except for this medevac, who's moving deeper into enemy territory and is going to get killed by a queen. Look at this, though. Wolfenbacher really, really going hard into Marauders right now. Dude, 25 roaches in production from Killa. Interesting tech switch. I don't know that I would see this many Marauders from my opponent and decide that roaches are what I needed. But, you know, sometimes if you have enough roaches, it just doesn't matter. Actually, going more into Marines here is Killa anyway. And the problem, again, with Roach is that they kind of lose their utility against 3-3 Marines and Marauders. So, okay, that's a nice victory. Extractor down. Killa replacing this would be amazing. Replacing this would be incredible, too. I know you're only at 37 drones, which is really, really bad. Fairly well, guys. Man, just dissolving an acid. Retaining your body structure long enough to, like, collapse to the ground is rough stuff. All right, Killa. Not a huge fan, again, of roaches at this stage of the game, but it's a brave noob world, which means anything is possible. Anything is possible with Zombo.com. You remember Zombo? Man, that's a thing that makes me sound old, that's for sure. I think there's a new Zombo, because Zombo was Flash, and Flash is dead. I think somebody came up with a new Zombo.com. I guess just go to Zombo.com and see what's what, huh? Okay, replacing the 12 o'clock base is Killa, which is nice. Wolfenbacher not really expanding at all. I mean, if you're pushing that deep on your opponent's bases and you're killing stuff, expand. Like, take this base. Just do it. Get a planetary up. I guess he did take this one. So, never mind. He did it. I just keep expecting this one to come down for some reason. I have unreasonable expectations for you, Wolfenbacher. So, once again, I mean, Wolfenbacher's ahead for sure. But Killa's not dead. Killa's got a lot of Roach Hydra. He's got good upgrades on him. He's fighting against a planetary and a lot of army, though. Yeah, recognizing getting sandwiched is bad for anybody. If you're getting surrounded, I don't care who you are, what your matchup is, back out of that if you can. So Killa very intelligently does that. But what that does is keeps the pressure on Wolfenbacher. So Wolfenbacher producing 12 Marines at a time, mind you. Continuing to spend his money like crazy. He's only at 53 workers. If he was like at 80, it'd be harder to spend his cash. Okay, this is where it's just numbers, man. It's just numbers. It's just 3-2 Marines and Marauders versus Roach Hydra. Killa calls out the lull. He went away from the Banelings. And Wolfenbacher gets the win. Units are so OP. I'm assuming OP. Why, says Wolfenbacher. Well, they're going to look that way when you go Roach Hydra against a Marine Marauder composition. There's a reason you don't see Terrans do this. I've made like 2 to 1 of your units. Is that true? Ooh, we can check those stats. And also, pro tip, Killa. Since yours are buffed, this game's unbalanced, you win. Oh, Killa! Throwing out it's not skill, just so you know, though. Damn, Killa. Friend, no. That's not what we're here for. We give people credit for their victories. Wolfenbacher did a lot of good stuff in this game. His micro was good, his expanding was pretty good. He's still interested in murdering everything, so we're going to let him do that, I think. Yeah, we'll let him do that. But yeah, it's Marine Marauder medevac. And did he not have enough medevacs? Probably. Did it expand in weird places? Yes. Did he defend those bases? Yeah, absolutely. He didn't lose a single... He did lose one planetary, I apologize. One planetary died, but he got replaced almost instantly, so it's really no huge loss. 69 drones died. I mean, that's to be expected. 16 SEVs died. 48 Marauders, 142 Marines. Ay, caramba. So yeah, Killa ends up producing 148, 51 Hydras, 36 Roaches, 53 Lings, or Banelings, so it's like 280, like 280 total units, and Wolfenbacher produced around 118, 263, like 300. So I mean, no, that's not true. You did not produce him. I mean, part of it is he's still producing things even as we speak, so I think it might be throwing off the numbers a little bit. But he produced a lot, man. That's the thing about bio. It's squishy, but you can make a lot of it. He is really interested in making sure everything Zerg dies here, isn't he? Yeah, so fantastic show. That was really well done. Killa played a good game too. Good creep spread, good expansion timings. The opening was a little bit rough, but made it happen. Kind of overmade Zerglings in response to the early aggression from Wolfenbacher, but that's to be expected too. That's really nothing to shame here. I mean, players at a much higher level definitely do that. But fantastique. Well done by Wolfenbacher. I don't have time for all of your revenge, so that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin, coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a brave noob world. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.